every land to come together. Now is the moment for worship. We enter in, withholding nothing. God's worthy, exalted, so high and lifted up. Sing to the Lord. Open up your heart. Make a joyful noise in the sanctuary. Sing to the Lord. Lavish it with love. Let our praises ring in the sanctuary. Sing. Gotta open up your mouth and sing your praise. Open up your heart and sing your praise. Lift up holy hands, unashamed in the sanctuary. Gotta open up your mouth and sing your praise. Open up your heart and sing your praise. Lift up holy hands, unashamed. Sing, sing, sing. Gotta open up your mouth and sing your praise. Open up your heart and sing your praise. Lift up holy hands, unashamed in the sanctuary. Gotta open up your mouth and sing your praise. Open up your heart and sing your praise. Lift up holy hands, unashamed. Sing, sing, sing. Gotta open up your mouth and sing your praise. Open up your heart and sing your praise. Lift up holy hands, unashamed in the sanctuary. Gotta open up your mouth and sing your praise. Open up your heart and sing your praise. Lift up holy hands, unashamed. Sing, 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 sing. Sing unto the Lord. Open up your heart. Make a joyful noise in the sanctuary. Sing, sing to the Lord. Lavish it with love. Let our praises ring in the sanctuary. Sing, sing to the Lord. Open up your heart. Make a joyful noise in the sanctuary. Sing, sing unto the Lord. Lavish it with love. Let our praises ring in the sanctuary. Aloha.
Aloha.
Welcome to Unity Church of Hawaii on this beautiful August morning. Please stand as you are able and let's celebrate life. There are many ways to live your life, so many roads to choose. You decide the way to go, and here is a choice you can make. Celebrate life, celebrate love, celebrate all the gifts that come from God within. And surely then you will see, when you celebrate life, it's all you want it to be. When you believe in the things you do, then all your doubts depart. Look at life in a brand new way, and joy and hope fill your heart. Celebrate life, celebrate love, celebrate all the gifts that come from God within. And surely then you will see, when you celebrate life, it's all you want it to be. Celebrate life, celebrate love, celebrate all the gifts that come from God within. And surely then you will see, when you celebrate life, it's all you want it to be. Celebrate you, celebrate me, celebrate God, celebrate life, celebrate life,
Aloha and welcome to Unity Church of Hawaii, where centered in God, we elevate global consciousness through the realization of oneness. I am licensed Unity teacher Johanna Kelly, and it is my pleasure to serve as your platform assistant. Here at Unity, we believe that we are all creative, all powerful, and that our thoughts, our feelings, and our words create today a better tomorrow. So with this, we also have a special tool here that we use to do that. It's called an affirmation, and I'm sure most of you are familiar with that, where we affirm the truth of our being. So this morning, let us take an affirmation to our heart and affirm our true identity together. I am all powerful, all creative. I create my tomorrow by my words, my thoughts, and my feelings today. And in that consciousness, in that realization that we are creating our experiences, we can also rest knowing that all is well because we are created in the image and likeness and connected to that all-powerful source. And with that, friends, I believe it's now time to just meet and greet those sitting around you, 2 or 3 people, as we celebrate our life together in this community. Please remain standing as we sing our congregational song.
Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. See you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we say, holy, holy, holy. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Oh, open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. See you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we say, holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. I want to see you. I want to see
Thank you, Zamar. That was awesome, and it's awesome to have all of you here. Do you know what the power of the month for August has been? What is the power of the month? Will. Will is the power to choose. And you made an excellent choice to come here today. And so we applaud that, and we're grateful to have all of you here. If this is your first time here or first time in a long time, we especially extend a special welcome to you. If this is your first time or first time in a long time, would you please honor us by standing? We have a kukui nut lei that we wish to give you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And we also have a packet that has pass for breakfast. We have an excellent breakfast, and we have Elaine right here. Thank you. It's so good to have you all here. We have an excellent breakfast over here. In your packet, there is a free pass for breakfast over here, but it's Aloha Sunday, so everyone gets a free pass for breakfast. Maybe you can save it for another time. Don't tell them I said so, but I think that's only fair. And the kukui nut lei represents light. You are the light of the world, and we want to give you a blessing. So as we extend our hands, just take this blessing in. We bless you. We recognize who you truly are. You are the love and light of God. Here on this planet, to do amazing things. And we are here to support you, to love you, to celebrate you. Welcome to Unity. Let's give them some love. Thanks for being here. And following the service, if you would like, the ushers would be happy to escort you to the front of the line just to make sure we personally connect if you would like to do that. And we want you to come back. I don't use the word, I'm even afraid to mention the word, visitor. I don't like that word because that implies someone who drops in and drops out. I like the term first time, and that means first of many. So please feel free to join this loving ohana. And we have wonderful people who are watching us, love streamers, people who are watching us on Alelo television, which is delayed and will be shown later. And we have people who are watching us on our YouTube channel. Let's all turn and give them a shaka right now. We love and bless you. And we just want you to be a part of this loving ohana. Wherever you are, God is. There is no separation between you and us. There's no separation between you and God. Right where you are, all the presence of God is fully and completely present. And you're a part of this loving ohana, and we welcome you here. Let's give some love to our love streamers. Thanks for joining us. And I believe that now we have some amazing announcements from Johanna.
Yay! Announcement time. Okay. Well, as Rev Tim mentioned, today is Aloha Sunday, and you will receive a free breakfast, and that is courtesy of Reverend Tony Barron. Thanks for being alive in the month of August. So thank you for being alive this month of August. You get a free breakfast. And hear ye, today at 1 p.m., guess what we're going to have? Yes, so if you want to know what's going on within the community, we have some excited members and board members and the senior minister. Just elated that this is happening. Great. And so join us at 1 p.m. This will be live streamed as well. And guess what else? What other time it is today? Or this, actually next month, not this month, but we're in preparation. Oh, yeah, membership renewal. So in Connection Central today, you can pick up your membership packet and renew. Also, if you do not pick up your membership packet today, it will be mailed this week. And for those that want to save on paper, there will be an electronic version available so you can renew online starting this week as well. So yay for that. And anyone that became a member between June 1st and September 1st, you do not have to renew. So that our members that just became members last week, guess what? You are good for an entire year. Also, if you have nothing to do on Labor Day, guess what? We have something going on at Chaminade University. Our All Believers Network, and it's we fall under our Unity All Believers Interfaith Ministry falls underneath All Believers Network. They're going to have a wonderful event for you, the perceptions of afterlife and after death. You can call Salim, and his number is in your bulletin, and the registration fee of $25 includes lunch. So that's you get a lesson and a lunch. So I think that's a pretty good deal. And then Gregory House is having their Kahu Malama award dinner and silent auction Saturday, September 9th. They will be in Connection Central, so you can purchase your tickets for that event there. And finally, Give Aloha is coming up. This is where Foodland will match your gift up to $249 at the register. We have a special code which is in your bulletin and will be available online, where you can say at the checkout that you would like to support Unity Church. Give them our code and they will match it up to $249. And I believe that's all that I have, Reverend Tim. Back to you for pastoral prayer.
Thank you. And it's time now for our pastoral prayer. Some of you may be aware of Hurricane Harvey that has been flooding and hitting the state of Texas and other areas quite hard. We just got a message from new member Mary Meyer in Texas that the city of Houston, she said, is pretty much underwater. And we want to hold all of those people and hold our country, our world in prayers, knowing peace, knowing that all that is needed is readily available. So I invite you, if you would like, close your eyes or relax your gaze. Take in and out a slow, deep breath. And right now, enter into the presence of God, which is always here, always available. Right where you are, God is. And so, God, we open the eyes of our heart. We open ourselves to this presence of the divine, this presence of peace and wholeness. We pray for our brothers and sisters affected by this hurricane. We pray for our country. We pray and know healing and peace for our world. And right now we pause to pray for the intentions of our heart in the silence. Spirit, we know that wherever we are, you are. And we know with our sister church in Nigeria, the blessings and protection of Spirit. And we know in this service that the music, the hula, the spoken dance, everything is anointed to touch hearts here so that we are lifted up and our consciousness is expanded. And for all of this, we give thanks and we say together, and so it is. Amen. And now let us prepare to go even deeper into our time of prayer as we sing together ancient words.
Holy words, long preserved for our walk in this world, they resound with God's own heart. Oh, let the ancient words impart. Words of life, words of hope, give us strength, help us go In this world, where'er we roam, ancient words will guide us home. Ancient words ever true, changing me and changing you. We have come with open hearts, oh let the ancient words impart. Holy words of our faith, handed down to this age, came to us through sacrifice. Oh, heed the faithful words of Christ. Holy words, long preserved for our walk in this world, they resound with God's own heart. Oh, let the ancient words impart. Ancient words ever true, changing me and changing you. We have come with open hearts, oh let the ancient words impart.
On the screen behind us are the English words that come from the Aramaic Lord's Prayer. The primary language of Jesus was Aramaic, and this comes from that Aramaic Lord's Prayer. Let us open our hearts and say these words together. Father, Mother, birther and breath of all, create a space inside us and fill it with your presence. Let oneness now prevail. Your one desire then acts through ours as energy fills all forms. Give us physical and spiritual nourishment each day. Untangle the knots of error that bind us as we release others. Don't let appearances make us forgetful of the source, but free us to act appropriately. Age to age, from you comes the glorious harmony of life. May these statements be fertile ground from which our future grows.
Ancient words ever true, changing me and changing you. We have come with open hearts, oh let the ancient words impart. We have come with open hearts, oh let the ancient words impart.
And now we have the privilege of one of the licensed Unity teachers who is also a member of this church but lives on the mainland. And she comes here as often as she can. 5 years ago, she became a licensed Unity teacher here and was anointed by Sky St. John here. And I'd like to introduce both of them, Dr. Nancy Lytle and her husband Russ Lytle. Let's give them a hand. And Dr. Nancy will now lead us in the daily word and in our morning meditation.
It's my great honor to join with you this morning and to continue the heart-opening process that's alive in the service. I will read the daily word affirmation and then I'll invite you to read it along with me. It's on prosperity. I open my mind to divine ideas, and new avenues of supply are revealed. Together, I open my mind to divine ideas, and new avenues of supply are revealed. As I am paying my bills, I may feel frustrated with my debt-to-income ratio. I pray for abundance and repeat affirmations. Why then does it seem as though the creative laws of abundance are not working for me? I am approaching prosperity from a belief in lack. My focus is on my perceived needs. Since what I focus on increases in my life, what I am doing is creating more needs, the opposite of my conscious intention. So I shift my focus within. I learn to appreciate the ways in which prosperity is already present in my life. I open my mind to divine ideas, which immediately guide me to resources and channels. Prosperity comes to me in new and wonderful ways. From Jeremiah 17:10, I, the Lord, test the mind and search the heart, to give to all according to their ways, according to the fruit of their own doings. With a deep inward breath, we take a moment to still ourselves and move even deeper into the message of this daily word. With another breath, we allow ourselves to be guided, to see what openings are available to us if we align our consciousness with divine mind. We quiet and still our bodies. In the silence, we listen. With a sense of renewal and a fresh insight, we come back to this time and space, knowing that at any moment we may return to the sacred silence for fresh insights, for divine guidance, and for peace. And we say, thank you, God, for all the blessings that flow in and through my life. And so it is. Amen.
Have you seen these islands? Have you seen the beauty of this land? Do you know its people? Brothers, sisters, walking hand in hand. Have you seen the ocean? Miles and miles of crystal deep blue sea. Can you smell the flowers? Fill the air with fragrances for free. This is aloha. This is aloha. This is aloha. This land of Hawaii. Have you felt the power? Mountain craters throwing lava in the air, or
or its green swept beauty. On each island, blossoms everywhere. Have you felt the spirit? Ancient gods, their mana still is here. You will love these islands. Nothing in the world can compare. This is aloha. This is aloha. This is aloha. This land of Hawaii. Throwing lava in the air, or its green swept beauty. On each island, blossoms everywhere. Have you felt its spirit? Ancient gods, their mana still is here. Colored rainbows stretch across the sky. Waterfalls so high, mountains make you cry. You will love these islands. Nothing in the world can compare. When you touch the spirit, then the gift of love will lead you here. This is aloha. This is aloha. This is aloha. This land of Hawaii. Have you seen these
That was beautiful, Kathy and Nicole. Wow, that gave me chills. Nicole grew up doing hula here, and now she's graduated from college and is preparing to take her MCAT test because she wants to get into medical school. So we're holding that vision with her. I asked her, what was your major? And she said, well, I majored in biology, but my minor was in dance. And I said, oh, that was a good balance, you know. They can kind of balance each other out. And that kind of dance and that kind of singing does not happen by accident. It happens by years of preparation. It happens by intention, by choice. And the power of this month is will. Matthew is the apostle that is aligned with the power of will, the power of choice. And the color is silver. And what we do is exercise this power every single day of our lives. We make choices. We make choices about what way to drive to get here, or where to park, or about what to wear this morning, or about, I don't know, how we wanted to look today, or how we wanted to show up in the world. I noticed that I am making choices even before I get up out of bed. There's sometimes a little wrestling match that occurs before I get out of bed. Not with Ogalucia. Although, anyway. But with myself. Because it's like, who is Tim going to show up as today? A part of me is like, well, I might feel a little cranky and tired today. And maybe I want to take it out on people. Or maybe I want to show up as the Christ presence that I am. So I lay there for a little while to decide which way I want to show up. And I'm grateful that I've learned through the power of choice to choose to show up as the Christ. Now, once in a while, there's little moments. But, there were days, there were years where I would get up and I would struggle with that decision. But we each have that power of decision. These several weeks, I've been talking about the power of healing from resentments. So if you haven't seen that message yet, go to our archived messages on our website and look up the message on pointing the finger, the purposes of pointing the finger. That one's about resentments. Because there's nothing magical that's going to happen about holding on to a resentment other than affecting your emotional, spiritual, and physical health. That's the only magic that occurs. So let's leave that behind. And grief. We are here to heal and to embrace and move through our grief. We are here to experience healing through sacred service. We are here to experience healing through this sacred sangha, this congregation, this community that comes together. We help each other to grow. We help to encourage one another. And we are here to experience the power of our choice to grow. Did you know that it's a choice to grow spiritually? Did you know that? 2 people knew that. Let me ask again. Did you know it's a choice to grow spiritually? Yes. Yes. It is a choice. And I want to share with you one of the beautiful Hawaiian proverbs. He pukua kani aina. And let me look at the meaning of this. A coral reef that grows into an island. A coral reef starts out small and then it spreads, it grows. So here is the meaning of it. A person beginning in a small way gains steadily until they become firmly established. I remember, want to protect confidentiality as much as possible. One of my very close friends that I love to golf with, who lives on the mainland, always beats me in golf. Always. Every single time. And he loves to golf with me. So one time, we talked about playing tennis together. And he was telling me of his experience with tennis and so forth. And I'm like, great, let's play tennis. Now, I love him dearly. He's a brother to me. So we played tennis one day, and I beat him quite significantly. And it was the last day we ever played tennis. Now, the way I look at this is, hey, if you experience some small defeat, then you just keep pursuing. You keep going forward. All of us have had challenges. As I was listening to Nicole telling me about her plans to go into medical school, I thought about my own college experience. And in my first year of college, I was a goof-off. I was goofing around. And I ended up being put on academic probation. I was told that if I did not straighten my act up, I would get kicked out of college. I came home and talked to my mom, and my mom is a saintly person. She watches me. Bless her heart. She's probably watching today. And I told her, I'm having a struggle. I'm having a hard time focusing. My mind isn't in it. So she prayed this prayer. And no one prays prayers like my mom, right? She holds onto my hands, Tears are pouring out of her eyes. There's this fervent spirit coming from her heart. She's connecting with the presence of God, and she's saying, help Tim, help him. He needs help. Oh, Lord, give him strength. Straighten him out. Help him to really get focused in his studies and begin to succeed in his schoolwork and find joy in it. And, I'm like, wow. If nothing else happens, this prayer is like electricity flowing through me. So, the next semester I come back to school, wondering how it's going to go. And by this time, I am beginning to realize that I have experienced this call to be a minister. And so I decide to take New Testament Greek. I'm advised not to do that. No, just get your grades up, But I'm going to dive full in, head on. And so I dove in and became one of the best students in New Testament Greek. And all of a sudden things started shifting. But it took the power of will. It took the power of choice. Yes, it took my mom's prayers too. It took divine help. But I had to choose to align with that power. I had to choose to cooperate with it. Growth is a choice. Sometimes we want to just sit back and let somebody else grow. Like sometimes people feel like, there's been enough growth. Don't want to grow anymore. Just want to take it easy. Just sit on the beach and have a nice drink and relax. And that's wonderful. But you are here to grow, and you are here to help others to grow as well. So one of the first things we need to do are to give attention to our spiritual practices. Do you have a daily time of prayer, of meditation, of sacred reading, of sacred journaling? Do you have a quiet time? Can the voice of God appear in your life, or is it so noisy that that voice cannot be heard? Secondly, are you practicing the principles that we teach here? Are you practicing them every day? The fifth unity principle is that we're living these principles every day. We're practicing them. It's a practice. So it's something that we're doing every day. If you go to the gym, if you're wanting to build muscles and you only exercise once every 6 months, that's great. But it's not going to bring about a whole lot of results. You'll have to do it more often. And spiritually, it's the same thing. We're exercising our spiritual muscles. So, you can show up and just expect everyone else to do the work, and you can act as cranky as you want, or you can show up as the Christ, choose to do that, and choose to grow each day before you get out of bed. Make that a choice, that I am the presence of God in action. Nothing is going to hold me back. I am pure love. I am pure light. My life is a miracle, and I am going to recognize and experience miracles this day. That's how I wake up. Now, I don't always feel like it at first. It takes that discipline of affirmations, of working on these principles, and then continue to meet together with spiritual seekers, people who are in this together. It requires some effort. It requires some discipline. But we get so much out of coming together. When I think of, like the musicians that we hear, this wasn't the first day they ever played their instrument or the first day that they ever sang. They've been working at this. It's been a discipline. Or last week I went to hear the amazing Prisoners Choir, and they were all in perfect rhythm with each other, choreographed, doing sign language, singing. Even though they were in prison, even though there's been a lot of hard things that have happened in their life, They're not slowing down. They're not stopping. They're proceeding with their spiritual life. They are focusing on growth. I think of my wife. I don't know if you've heard a whole lot about Olga Lucia. Let me share the thumbnail version, because it could be a book, and someday it will be. And I hope to be the one that writes it. Olga Lucia grew up in a very poor home in Colombia, South America. Very poor home. And in this home, there was physical, verbal, and emotional abuse. And she was the recipient of a lot of that. And she was kept from going to school. She was kept from going to school until she was 10 years old. She found a neighbor and coaxed the neighbor into taking her to school. That was her first day at school. And so they brought Olga Lucia to kindergarten, and she was twice the size as the other kids. First grade. And they thought, what's up with this kid? Is this child developmentally delayed? So they would ask, okay, what color is this? What color is this? Because they were trying to assess, why is this big kid showing up at first grade? And finally she said, listen, I know my colors. I've taught myself to read. I've taught myself to multiply, and I know the tables to multiply. I'm not stupid. And if you know Olga Lucia, if you push her, she can get to that point. And so that's when she started school. And in a city of millions of people, and I love bragging on my wife, in a school of millions of people, she and another person were like the top 2 students in the entire city. And she got a full ride scholarship, room, board, tuition, everything, to go study in Moscow, Russia. And got her bachelor's and master's degree there, and while she was there, became part of the embassy, the Colombian embassy in Moscow. Now, okay, she had these very humble beginnings. She could have said, as her mother repeatedly told her, you will never get out of here. You will never stretch beyond this. This is your life, and this is where you will remain. Have you ever been told that? That you will never stretch beyond this little box that's been created for you? Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are to get beyond that? Who do you think you are to grow beyond that? Don't you know that you're nothing? Were you ever told that? And it's not the truth. Some of you still have that voice playing in your head. Some of you still have that voice going on within you. But it's not the truth. The truth of it is that you are the presence of God in action. You are here to do amazing things. We know at Unity that there's only one power and one presence in our lives and in the universe. God, the good omnipotence. That means your life is showing up as this presence of God. And so Olga Lucia didn't give up there. She kept going and she kept going. And I think of other people's lives. Nancy Lytle, who has been a licensed counselor and has done things with university and done various things, felt this sense of calling to become a licensed Unity teacher. That can shake up your world. Okay, let's take SEE classes, and SEE classes aren't just for those who want to become licensed Unity teachers. It's for anybody who wants to grow spiritually. It's for anybody who wants to develop their spiritual life and not in the not too distant future, we will begin having SEE classes here, and all of you are invited. You don't have to be on the pathway to becoming a licensed Unity teacher. But Dr. Nancy started taking these classes and started going through the process. And it's not an easy process. How long did it take, Nancy? 3 years. How long did it take for you, Reverend Levitt? 5 years. It's not an easy process. But when one is called, when one is drawn, when one is pulled by a vision, and I like what Reverend Michael Beckwith says, you can either be pushed by your pain or be pulled by a vision. You can either be pushed by your pain or be pulled by a vision. How is it that you choose to grow? Some people wait and wait and wait. They want things to stay the same. And then pain pushes them forward. Or some, like myself, have learned, I think it's better to listen to the vision and be pulled by that. And so Dr. Nancy went through all of that. And 5 years ago, and that's why they're here celebrating the time where she became, along with Reverend Gio, a licensed Unity teacher, and we're anointed here for that. Let's give her a hand. It's not time to retire. It's time to get refired. Whatever is going on in your life, there's more yet to be done. You know, I spoke to a person one time who told me they were never going to die because they had too many things to get done. I'm thinking of Paula. Paula, you still travel all over the world. Where are you going next? You're going somewhere soon.
Oh, I haven't made up my mind.
You haven't made up your mind yet. But she travels all over the world. I mean, what is there to slow us down? Only our own thinking. Let's open ourselves up to growth because it is a choice. You are here to be the presence of God in action, not to be held back. You are amazing just the way you are. You are this unique expression of the divine, here to do something amazing in this world. And we recognize that in you. Let's do this together. Aloha. Thank you.
Life can be a challenge. Life can seem impossible. It's never easy when so much is on the line. You can make a difference. With courage, you can set things right. The gift to dream and make dreams real. It's yours and mine. The power of one begins with believing. It starts in the heart and flows through the soul and changes the world. Imagine how life could be when we stand in unity. Each of us holds the key to the power of one. Each of us is chosen. There's a mission just for you. Just look inside. You'll be surprised what you can do. The power of one begins with believing. It starts in the heart and flows through the world and changes your soul. Imagine how life will be when we stand in unity. Each of us holds the key to the power of one, and one by one we can make the world a much better place. The power of one begins in believing. It starts in the heart and flows through the soul and changes the world. Imagine how life will be when we stand in unity. Each of us holds the key inside of you and me. Each of us holds the key to the power of
Thank you, Kathy. And as we prepare for our morning offering, let's get out our offering, our tithes, and if you would like, place it between your hands or over your heart, and let's bless our offering together. Repeat after me. I bless this offering in the consciousness that abundance is mine, that I circulate my divine good. And there is no limitation in my life. And I am grateful. And so it is. Amen.
Aina uluvehi ika no
And so as we extend our hands to the offering, we bless this offering in the consciousness, knowing it represents infinite substance of which there is no lack or limitation. And we circulate the divine good of our lives, going forth into this world to be the light of the world. And so it is. Amen. Amen. All right, thank you. It's been so good to have all of you here with us. If any of you newcomers would like, the ushers would be glad to escort you to the front of the line at the end of the service, just so make sure we connect. Let's stand and join a friendly hand as we sing together, and it will be up on the monitor, our peace song, and then Aloha Oe.
Me.